What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to do a tarot reading about your purpose. What does God want you to know about your purpose? Who are you and what is your purpose? I just did another reading and the energy is just like really strong right now. I'm going to post that. I'm going to post both of these today or tomorrow, whatever. And I am so hungry. So we're going to try to keep this short. But I'm just feeling like this really passionate energy. Like God is really trying to talk to you about something. God is really trying to bring something together for you. And so this reading today is to talk to you about and to affirm kind of what you already know about your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing in this world. Look at that. The Empress. Beautiful, nurturing energy. This embodied, nurturing energy. I feel like that has something to do with your purpose. So God, let's go ahead and pull some cards. Talk to us about what the viewer needs to know about their purpose in life. Look at that. Look at that. I love when it just comes out. How many cards do I want to get, Lord? I'm feeling the energy of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at that. Okay. Bottom of the deck. I don't know. Okay. All right. So, look how I've been bending up my cards, y'all. All right. What does God want to say to you about what your purpose is? Transformation. Helping people to transform, maybe even transition. For some reason, I'm even getting like a death doula. I don't know if someone connects with that or whatever, but something about helping people to transform. Also, with the 2 swords here, I'm getting the energy of the 11, ascension. I believe that you're meant to help people ascend, to help people to get clear about their boundaries, about their truth, to teach. Honestly, with the Page of Swords, that's someone who learns, but for some reason, this energy together, I'm getting like just that energy of the master number 11. I feel like you're meant to help people teach, but it comes from this place of innocence. It comes from your experience, like you're teaching from your experience in the realm of death and transformation and rebirth. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. 2 queens here. I'm getting again that energy of nurturing of the Empress. The Empress is the energy of all 4 queens and the High Priestess. Okay. So this nurturing energy, helping people to um, nurture their bodies. Okay. Maybe you're into wellness or fitness, but to nurture your body, but also your mind. And swords is masculine energy, but pentacles is feminine. So balancing that energy, like a balanced feminine energy, is also what I'm getting. Ace of Cups, to help people to have a new emotional beginning. When we go through death and transformation and rebirth, there's a new cycle. Okay. The 10, a new cycle, helping people to um like to fill their heart space so that they have this overflowing feeling of love and connection to spirit. The energy of the Magician, powerful. Woo! Okay, that was a B. I'm sorry. Powerful manifesting energy. And look at that, the energy of the 11 again, a 1 and a 1, 1 cup. But the Magician, having everything you need. With the energy of, because this is 4 of Pentacles, but the 4 in the major arcana is the Emperor card. Being this beautiful, nurturing, balanced energy, but also holding on to your authority. Mm, mm, mm. Do you see that? Do you see how I just moved the deck to show 3 6s? The energy of the 6 could be symbolic. What's your life path number? What's your soul number? Have you looked into your numerology? Why is the 6 calling out to you? Why is the 11 calling out to you? Why is the 4 calling out to you? 13, 3 plus 1 is 4. Even 11 with 11 pentacles here. But 6, 6, and 6, that's the energy of 18, which is the energy of the moon. Okay, very feminine, receptive, powerful, secretive, mysterious, not secretive, mysterious. But this energy of harmony and balance, like you're meant to bring harmony and balance to the world with this beautiful emotional sensitivity that you have, this energy that you embody, fairness and love and harmony. Okay. What else do you need to know about your purpose? I'm trying to decide if I want to put these cards up or not to allow for double confirmation. What else do you need to know about your purpose? Look at that. The energy of the 4 came right back out. Like you are an authority. You are an authority, and that's probably why you've dealt with so many towers and different things that you had to heal, because you have to be clear about who you are. You went through things that taught you about who you are. Okay, with great power comes great responsibility. That's what I'm getting. Even Spider-Man, I don't know. Do you like the movie Spider-Man? Something about that just came to my mind, but that's one of the lines in that movie. And it's just an old proverb, right? What else do you need to know? King of Wands with the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You are an authority. And you're meant to show people about boldness and confidence, about divine provision, about how to live a life of truth here on earth. That's what I'm getting. I don't know why. Okay, what else do you need to know? One more card. Helping people to sort through emotional confusion. You see that? You see that Queen of Swords back there? Cutting through confusion. You're meant to help people to get clear about who they are, to offer people a different perspective so that they can move forward on that, so that things can change in the world. You are here to bring change in the spirit and how people communicate. Nurturance, embodied. And then look at that, 3 10s, the energy of the 3 and the energy of the 10. Like this is about, I'm getting even like generational cycles. Like you are here to help people transform, to get out of their limiting beliefs, to learn how to lead from their heart space, that you can trust your intuition, that it's safe. That it's safe to trust your intuition and move from that space when you know who you are, when you know the truth about who you are. Things can change. You can switch timelines. You can ascend. You are meant to help people with that message. All right, now we're going to put these cards back. This is what you needed to know about who you are and what you're meant to do, why you're here in this incarnation. Now let's maybe get you some advice. Okay, like I said, I'm really hungry and I don't want this to be too long, but this is important. This is important, okay? Sun card. The identity of the sun. The sun card, that's someone who knows who they are in God. They know the source of their light. Love, harmony. What's going to help you and support you? Because I'm getting that, like, you need these reminders about who you are so you can remember who you are. Life is about, enjoyment, but it's about remembering, it's about awakening, it's about experiencing yourself, knowing the truth of who you are and creating. Be fruitful and multiply, right? That's what God said. Produce, create, love, experience. Okay? So this is the reminder of who you are and what you're here to do. So what's going to support you? Okay, how about this? What have you been needing support? Oh God, with the devil card, 2 naked people at the bottom. So the question that I'm asking, what do you need support on? Your own bondage, your own I'm even getting limiting beliefs, which is really like 8 of swords, but the devil card, it's like spiritual testing. Like, once you know who you are you going to choose that, or are you going to fall into self-sabotage? Are you going to fall into karmic relationships? Okay, so that, I feel like, is the underlying energy about what you need help with. Like, maybe you need help with your own addictions, your own obsessions. What do you need help with to accept your identity? What do you need help with to accept your identity? I want 4 cards. I want 4 cards. Can't show that card. 4 cards about what you need help with to accept your identity. Bottom of the deck is Justice. I have a whole different interpretation of that card. I actually want to do a whole series about how to understand what God is saying through the tarot. I have a digital product on Etsy that goes through like God speaking through the tarot, but I actually really need to update it because we have just even more revelations when it comes to that. What are you struggling with when it comes to accepting your identity? You're struggling with the journey. You're struggling with the work. You're struggling with like communicating the truth and just leading with that. And with the six of it's major arcana, with the lovers, with the decisions, with the decision and the work. I understand, again, with that, with much power comes great responsibility. Maybe you're feeling and the 11 gives me the energy of a false justice. Okay, so I have this whole thing with the energy of the 9, even with the 11. This is a false. Look at this shabby ass curtain. Okay, look at this shabby curtain. This person is trying to look so authoritative. Oh, I'm balanced and look at my sword of truth, but only one foot is showing. There's a deception here in this card. Okay, like I said, we really need to go through the tarot to really see how you can learn so much about your life, your journey, God, creation, everything. Everything you can learn through numbers, through letters, which are the same thing, which are the exact same thing. And the tarot, the Bible, your spiritual tools. Look to your spiritual tools. Okay, look at your mirror. But this is a false sense of justice. So maybe you're struggling with trying to performing your identity. And your identity is not a performance, it's an embodiment. And you have to go through this process. There is a work that needs to be done. 8+3. That's what's going to really take you to that next level. When you embrace the journey, the distance that you have to travel, you're right here, but you're right here, but you want to be right here. But look at that space where you have to go from here to there. And I feel like what you're struggling with when it comes to your purpose, your mission, your identity is the journey and the work. Maybe you're feeling tired. Maybe you've been trying to get clear on your identity. Maybe you've been in survival mode. You're hurt, you're heartbroken, you struggling with certain things. It everyone's story is different, right? Take what resonates. But the journey, the work, and the truth, I think, is intimidating you. And the decision that you have to make once the truth has been revealed to you, I think you know what it is. Maybe not every single detail, but God has given you enough of what it is to move, to start to take action on it. But I think that the journey and the work, the self mastery, the discipline, the repetition, the work that you have to put in, and staying in your truth. Like maybe people are not going to accept you. Maybe you're afraid that you're not going to be accepted. I think you're afraid of the decision. I actually want to clarify the lovers. Yeah, you got to have there's you're having a hard time looking at this decision with a different perspective, because I think you're seeing it like so much work. I think you're seeing it like a tower, like it's like, oh my God, this is like the end of my life. Like this is so hard. This is gonna be so much. Like I've been trying to build my life in this way, but if I really accept this truth and start to move forward with this, I just feel like I'm starting over, and it's just so much to do. I don't know. Maybe that's what you're saying. But this is a really major life theme for you here, because at the bottom of the deck, you got the Tower, the Sun, the Justice, and the Devil, which there's a lot about distorted identity here. Oh my God, there's a card turned over in the middle of the deck, and I don't know why. Let's see what it is. Okay, so yeah, you're maybe maybe you don't want to like come together with other people. Maybe you struggle, like, okay, God is giving you a message, something that you're supposed to be doing, okay, but there's going to be some sort of collaboration that has to happen here. And for some reason I'm getting Empress energy. Maybe there's a divine feminine that you have to connect with. Maybe there's that the feminine energy within yourself that you're going to have to connect with, that maybe you scared of that. Why are you scared of connecting with the feminine energy? Because it's a change for you. It's different. You want to be by yourself. You got this distorted energy. You got this distorted image of how you are complete on your own. I don't know why this keeps coming up. Who is listening to my messages? Who watches my channel? Because I have been picking up on like the same energy in so many things. I did a video about the energy of the nine in the tarot. Check it out. I did an energy about a divine masculine who's not following their heart. Check it out. I just did another reading that I haven't posted yet where this keeps coming up, where you have this false perception of solitude. And that's like slowing you down or something. That's like keeping you from this change, this next level. That's what I'm getting, this next level. And you're like deceiving yourself because you just don't want to surrender but you know what it is. It's like you know what it is. Who am I talking to? Because it's like you just don't. I'm going to ask one more question. I'm going to ask one more question. Two, what is it that you think? What is the prize? Like, what is holding on to this single energy, holding on to this distorted view of being alone, of doing it by yourself? What do you feel like that's going to give you? What are you afraid to give up? Which is why you're staying in this. You are so powerful. There's a what's that quote by, I don't even know who it's from. It's not our darkness that we are afraid of. It's our light. You're afraid of how powerful you are. You're afraid of what you can't see. You're afraid of what's waiting for you behind the veil. You're afraid of what's waiting for you behind this change. So you feel like if you just stay in this energy of, oh, I'm going to just do it by myself. I'm going to just stick to what I know. I'm going to just stay in this hermit energy. I'm going to just stay in this single energy. I'm going to just make everything about my life, about myself. Because you're afraid of what you don't know. You're afraid of what's hidden. So you stick to, I'm getting a religious person here. But God is bigger than that. It gives you a picture. It gives you a structure. It gives you something tangible to feel, to understand. But life is bigger than that. Everything in life comes from the unseen, the mystery. You're afraid of what's waiting for you. It's like you don't want to see it, and you're being immature. You're being immature. The Spirit is teaching you. You're learning whether you wanted to or not. But this immaturity got you in this distorted energy, holding on, moving slow by yourself, taking too long to decide. Like you're deceiving yourself. What was the other question I wanted to ask? Okay, so what's waiting for you on the other side? So what are you afraid of, right? As to why you're trying to stay in this 9 energy when God is trying to push you to the 10. God is trying to push you to the 11 to ascend. So what's actually waiting for you on the other side? A pure love. Pure love. Pure love. Balance, calmness, truth, clarity, happiness, passion, rest, love. Love is waiting for you on the other side. I think maybe those are all of your messages. If there's one thing that Spirit could leave you with, which I feel like that was really good, is that you're in an ideal position, but you don't have to be so defensive. You don't have to be so prideful. You don't have to make this so hard. You're already above your problems. You're already above the challenges. God has already given you everything that you need. And when you can recognize that truth, you are going to embody. You are going to embody. You're going to receive the manifestation. You're going to be resting in the manifestation with pure love. There's so much here for you. So that's your message for today. I hope that it resonates. I am sending you so, so, so much love, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.